awards dinner where we're going to recognize the outstanding players in the Eastern Conference this year. The big game is very close at hand now, but we thought we'd take one more opportunity and check in with the men in charge. Mike Riley came into the 1988 season really not knowing what to expect. He had a team that was just decimated by changes on his football club, but he's done an outstanding job of taking new players, putting them together, and finds himself once more in the Eastern Final. Mike, let's look back to the beginning of this season. At that time, did you have any idea you would be in the position that you're in right now?
Ron, you know, you always think that you are. I mean, you've seen it before. You always go in saying that, you know, this looks pretty good. And I think we were fairly optimistic that we were going to have a pretty good football team. We couldn't foresee the problems that we had and the personnel changes that we were going to have. But we felt pretty good at that time, and then we hit that big roller coaster, and of course things started to change around, and we had to make some changes, mostly personnel changes, and then we had to decide a little bit how we wanted to do things and what we wanted to be, both offensively and defensively. Those are kinds of things you'd hope to do in training camp. We didn't do it and weren't able to do it.
When you look at the games that you've played with the Toronto Argonauts, it appears, if you talk to the people, that one of the big problems you have playing them is protecting the quarterback. Do you look for that to be the big issue in this one?
There's no doubt about it. I think the two fronts are going to play the key parts of the ball game, and I say that not downplaying the kicking game, because I think that'll play a major part, but the two fronts are very crucial. I think our offensive line has to do a great job against their defensive front. We have to be sharp on assignments and physical, and that's tough to do against a good run.
Bob Obilovich came into the 1988 season as a heavy favorite to win the Eastern Division. Not only that, he's the winningest coach in Argo history, and there would be nothing more than he'd like to do than win that Grey Cup next Sunday in Ottawa. Bob, you came into the season as the preseason picks to win it all. Has it been a problem for you all year, or is it something you downplay?
No, it never really wasn't a problem. I know coming out of training camp there was a lot of that type of talk, and we stubbed our toes a few times along the way, but it's been a pretty satisfying year in a lot of ways, because we've dealt with a lot of different types of adversity, from injuries to the situations with some players quitting and having to make a trade with a player we really liked and things like that. But the guys have handled it really well, and they've went out and done everything you asked of them, and I just hope they got a couple more games left in them.
You've had the week off. I know it's really helped you health-wise. Do you enjoy the week off from the mental standpoint? How much of a factor do you think that plays with players, or is it overrated?
I don't know if it is a big factor or not, Ronnie. I think it really depends on what's happening with your team. And from a health standpoint, we welcome the break. We were on a good roll there as far as playing well and had momentum, finishing the season on a winning note and all that sort of thing. So maybe you'd like to keep playing because of that. But I just hope that our guys will pick up where we left off. And we know the playoffs is a whole new season. What happened in the regular season doesn't mean anything now. So I hope we just keep playing well.
Well, Bob, you came into the season, picked to win it all. You have one big one left before you even get there. Just want to wish you good luck and see what happens in the game.
Well, you're right. I hope we do well, and if we play well, I think we'll have a good chance of winning.
Well, now you see the coaches have done their talking, but it's now up to the players to decide this issue on the field. At the end of tomorrow's game, we'll have the Eastern representative of the Grey Cup. I'm Ron Lancaster.